Don't get your feelings hurt. Read this.
Hello and welcome to Short Film Roundup! Short Film Roundup.
Short Film Roundup?
Yep. You alright?
Huh?
Short Film Roundup.
I'm
Wake up.
fine.
The only place where three cursed filmmakers review, analyze your short films. Greetings to all of our film alchemists out there. If you're not a film alchemist yet, you should join us.
You can become one.
Right.
If you're watching this on YouTube, hop on over to Facebook, find our group, Film Alchemist, ask to join.
Facebook.
We'll bring you in.
There's a link in the description.
We do all kinds of in-depth philosophical discussion.
Like the really cool live chat we just had with filmmaker Stanley Wong.
That's right.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Famous from films such as The Big Short
And Captain
And
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
and Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Even though his scene was,
Shut up.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, join us at Film Alchemist for a whole lot of filmmaking brilliance.
There's other content on there too, other videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good place.
Awesome stuff.
Deep dive.
Deep dive.
What's going on?
Well, today we're talking about a user-submitted short
Oh,
film.
are we here to review
Again?
a short film?
Yeah,
Okay.
Man, we've done a lot of these.
I know.
What, like 80?
It's kind of.
We've done more
You'd
movies
think
than
by
that.
now we would know a lot about short films,
We don't.
We don't know.
or just hate them.
We do.
Ooh, that sounded like a Guayaki organic brand yerba mate.
Really?
It was a stock sound.
Oh, stock,
I
okay.
edited it in.
Yeah.
Today
Sweeten it a little bit.
we're talking about a film submitted by Matt Tang. Was this submitted by?
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
So
So we have a
called-
new. Lately, we've had so many films submitted by Timothy J. Cox.
Yeah.
We've had a whole bunch of repeat offenders. So it's like super fresh to have a
Brand new
brand new
new
person.
guy.
I have no
on the
idea
show.
how they even found us. And
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's great. So this is a film by
Welcome
Matt.
to the family, Matt.
This is Matt Tang's film
Hope
called
we're still friends after this.
Rational Displacement.
Rational Displacement.
Rational Displacement.
Yes.
If you haven't watched it yet, you better go watch it because we're going to spoil everything now.
Typically,
Link up there or down there, depending where you are.
typically on Facebook we announce these films beforehand,
Yeah,
so you
so
can
you
watch
get
it
a-
beforehand.
Get ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Anyway, so watch it and come back if you haven't. So let's talk about it. Mr. Taylor, guess what? I'm gonna ask Kenny to start us off.
All right.
So
Now,
Kenny, start us off.
when we finished this film, a word that we were throwing around a lot was experiential.
Yes.
And I think that fits the bill really well. I believe the filmmaker, Matt, did a good job of putting us in a place with a character.
Yeah.
That much was effective. That being said, I feel like
That's the only thing you need to do, and it was objectively the best film I've ever seen.
you took the words right out of my mouth. They were a lie,
Oh,
but
oh.
it's a good film.
I wasn't being facetious.
It is
I do like the film.
It is a good film, no doubt. I really feel like there's some missed opportunity here, and that experience could have gone a lot deeper if we had told a bit more of a story. There are just pieces missing that frustrated me. I mean, just a phone call that says, "Hey, I'm moving out because it's too expensive, and now I don't live in a dorm anymore. I'm in my car, and it sucks." And then the movie's over.
Right.
And he waited till the very, very end to sort of signify that he was sticking with college because he wanted to do it for his family, and that was a cool sentiment.
You're talking about the last scene there?
Yeah.
Where he put stickers on
He puts
them?
pictures of his family up, and he puts these stickers up, says, "Do it for them."
Yeah.
And so now you understand, okay, he's sticking it out, he's toughing it out so he can get his education, he's doing it for his family. If you had given us a little hints of that information at the beginning of the movie, we would call it character development.
Interesting.
This late in the film, it didn't really do very much.
So-
not as much as it could have anyway.
I'm gonna talk back a little bit on that idea of character development.
Talk back, clap back.
Clap back. Clap back. This is my favorite kind of film.
Really?
Where we do pretty much an experiential kind of
It's like a video game.
follow through. No.
I've never played a video game.
My favorite director in the filmmaking world right at this moment is Denis Villeneuve, and he does very, very experience-heavy films.
Mm-hmm.
Sicario, you and I were just talking about this earlier. Sicario is a film that its genre and its subject matter I don't really care for that much. It's an action film about cartels.
Yeah.
You know, who cares? But being directed by someone who's so in love with putting human emotion into everything, Sicario felt like a personal story, like it was happening to me, you know. And so when I was watching that, it's outlined from others, and so this had that kind of sensibility with it. Like every kind of information that we're learning in this film is only learned by him. You know, we never cut away from him. This character has. Well, this movie has one voice.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, and I loved that. And when it comes to that, I kind of get away from the idea that we're not telling a specific narrative or that we're not telling a specific set of events.
Yeah.
And logic for me stops mattering when we're telling this kind of an intimate story. So for me, that really, really worked. However, because it was as long as it was, when I got to the end-ish around here, I started questioning some of the film, like, okay, where are we going now?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, hard agree.
Yeah.
Hard agree. Pushing the agree button.
Like button.
Yep. Yeah. The hyperactive one at the table here had a really hard time making it to the end of this movie because it was just more of the same of the same. And I was like, I'd already gone there. I experienced the thing he was trying to get me to experience. It wasn't necessarily escalating.
Yeah.
Like if it was escalating in intensity and things were getting like harder and harder and harder, but it sort of just maintained the same tone.
Yeah, it did.
So it ended up feeling long and draggy. And I think that's where I was like, this could use a story.
Right.
Right? And I think if it was a bit shorter, I wouldn't have gotten to that point.
That's kind of how I felt too, where I was feeling a little bit bored because there wasn't enough for me that was happening. Like, not a lot happens in this. And it doesn't have to necessarily be, like, it can be experiential.
Yeah.
But, like, once we learn that he moves out and he's living in his car, we don't learn anything else about his situation for almost the entire movie, other than he accepts it at the end.
Learn more about his situation?
Yeah, his situation doesn't change.
It's just a 5-6 minute
8 minutes
8-minute look at what that one situation is like.
Yeah,
my bad.
And I feel like
12 minutes.
12,
yeah,
okay.
But the problem with that in this movie specifically is that it achieves that goal in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't.
It doesn't go anywhere from there.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't do anything with that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would kind of agree that it doesn't actually do anything with it. And I can look a little bit past that, but it does make for a more engaging film if you do have that, you know. I fell in love so much with the tone of this, and it's so rare to have a short film that understands tone, you know.
Yeah, no, tone and voice are both very strong here.
Yeah, very, very strong, and that's what got me. It's like the what was that movie we also did from Dario? Tube. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Also had an extraordinary tone with it, but also had a set of events that were going somewhere.
Yeah.
And we didn't actually get to see where they went, but that was kind of cool because of the tone that it set up. And this also huge, great tone, but again, we're not setting up events to see where they go, which is kind of a disappointment a little bit, because I think this film really, really stacks really well against others, despite it not having like the best lighting or the best cinematography. It feels really cohesive.
That's what I've always thought, that tone, voice, character, and dare I say it, genuity.
Wow.
Trumps most of the technical aspects of filmmaking.
Yeah, definitely.
There, I said it.
I would
said
no,
it.
that's completely true.
Super agree. I mean, like, not only genuity.
I
like,
know this is gonna be downvoted.
This is gonna get buried.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's that's so interesting. We haven't talked about tone that much in this show.
Well, it's actually pretty rare in the shorts
short
that at least we've been getting.
Yeah.
You have to have a very strong vision.
Yeah.
before production.
My guy Mordecai had a great tone.
I'd say he had a consistent tone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was intentional.
maybe not. Yeah, maybe
it was
not.
pretty goofy.
It was goofy,
but it
too.
was a comedy.
But it was a comedy.
Yeah.
If you don't know what My Guy Mordecai is, you're not a.
It's an award
true,
nominee.
You're not a true film alchemist.
Oh, and Tube was our winner of
Tube.
Best Picture of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is some of the best
It was-
tone we've ever
It's an
gotten.
incredible
I think.
movie.
Um,
Shout out to Dario.
Tone is.
Join Film Alchemist, Dario.
Please, Dario. Please.
Is Dario not in Film Alchemist?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, jeez, Matt Tang, get Dario. And Matt, you need to join Film Alchemist.
Short Filmmakers Whisper Network.
Tone is my favorite thing.
Well, you're
In all of
a tone artist.
movies.
That's
Yeah.
your medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor speaks in tone.
He speaks in
It's-
tone. Yeah.
I go, ooh.
Yeah, I don't even call Taylor on the phone. I just bang a tuning fork
Yeah, I go,
and wave it around, and then he comes. He communicates like a dolphin.
Cinematographer in me wants to talk about something. Unless
Please.
You had something to say.
I didn't fully love the tone here.
Yes.
I didn't get as much
This whole
tone
scene
as you
could have
did.
been lifted out. Actually,
Yes. That's what I want to talk
yeah.
about.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cinematographer,
Poop on this scene.
as you want to do. This is actually a pretty well framed scene, and the whole thing is
The lighting
entire
was
thing
wild.
is well
It looks.
shot.
It looks like
So
steampunk meets
Yeah.
Blade Runner.
So this is sodium vapor lighting, and it's what they use for those really, really, really yellow streetlights. And I thought for the wide shot was great, and then
Yeah.
the filmmaker in me is going, how are you gonna light this scene? That makes no sense. Sodium vapor does to film what black holes does to matter.
Oh my gosh!
The only two,
Wow.
It sends it to a different dimension.
yeah, the only two colors that exist in this entire thing is blue and yellow. And it's not the choice of the colorist, it's the choice of the lighting. The sodium vapor doesn't, it eats colors. That's what it does.
Sodium vapor eats colors.
Yeah. So anyway, so I just thought that was really odd because the whole
He
tone,
sounds crazy.
the whole tone of the
He's nuts.
these
What are you
guys,
saying?
Go on.
ahead, go
on.
You got to shoot with more than 8-bit. Yeah.
8-bit.
Were you shooting with
Nintendo.
less than 8-bit?
Oh, this was an Ari Alexa that he used.
Oh, so this was his choice then. Did you shoot on an Ari Alexa?
No.
Did you shoot on 8-bit?
Yes.
Is this what do you think he shot with here? What are you looking? What do you see?
I'm sure he
I
shot with a
see it.
DSLR.
I see a T3i footage.
No, Mark.
Mark?
5D. I'm
5D?
thinking it's a 5D.
Really?
But he could have shot it in RAW then.
But he didn't.
Why didn't you shoot in RAW if you have a?
No, even if
Hold-
you did shoot in raw, sodium
on.
vapor is still crazy. What?
I didn't
Wait,
like.
are we talking to the filmmaker?
No, we're stopping now.
No,
we're stopping.
We're
this.
talking to the film alchemist.
I'm putting an end to this discussion.
We're done.
No, wait, no. I didn't like the tone as much as you did.
Yes.
And I want to pick your bones.
Oh, of the whole movie?
Yeah, the whole
Pick my
movie.
bones?
All right. Okay, we're back. Taylor has just. He's going to jump these bones now.
No, I'm gonna pick his bones.
That's worse? Oh, okay, do it.
I didn't like the tone.
Ugh,
Of the whole movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's fine.
wow, that
I mean,
flies
I
right
thought-
in the face of what you like.
I know because I
My
like
goodness. My goodness. Where? Wow.
That's so weird.
Wow.
You don't like the same things I do? That's insane.
Okay, no. Defend your standpoint, sir.
It was.
Standpoint? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah,
now.
Your
yeah,
POV?
Yeah. Yeah.
Defend your POV.
It to me, it was a tone that is. I feel like I've seen the tone a lot.
Ooh,
I've
that
felt
makes
the
it bad.
tone a lot.
It's redundant.
It does make it bad to a degree.
It's cliche.
You know, like a cliche can
Overdone.
be good,
It's
but they're
burned
not
out.
inherently.
You're saying the
they're
tone
not
was
inherently
cliche?
good. I am saying that. Yeah.
Okay, can you define the tone in like words? Because I don't think you could.
No, but
But
and
you felt this feeling before?
Yes. Multiple times.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
The thing I want to say is so.
And I don't like it. I don't like feeling the same tone in every movie.
That's fine, but that's not up to the filmmaker. That's up to you.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the movie, all right? I'm telling about why I didn't like it.
But that's up to you. Is the thing.
Everything's up to me. It's all up to me.
Blade Runner 2049 was a movie that I really, really enjoyed the tone of.
Yeah.
Not many people like that movie.
But
That's not true.
But many people.
Everyone loved that movie.
But many people probably didn't like it for the sake of the same thing. You know, they saw the tone and just didn't like it just because the tone was something they didn't like.
Yeah, that's
But
all
that-
I'm saying.
Okay.
I didn't like the tone as
That's
much as you
fine.
did.
That's fine. You don't have to.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I think it's worth congratulating. It's admirable that a filmmaker is in a short film is able to establish a consistent tone at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that has been accomplished here is a great feat that is worth emulating.
But do it better.
But that doesn't mean it's good or bad, you know? Because you know what's
it's
beautiful about this world is
Nope.
that we can all have different opinions.
That's an inside joke.
Isn't that beautiful?
You're doing an inside joke right now.
Isn't that beautiful? Different
I think-
opinions.
I think.
I got seriously disturbed when he laid down in between those rolling shelves.
I thought it was
'Cause
getting
of-
crushed.
Yeah, like gave me like super claustrophobia. I'm like, don't sleep in there. This is from like, is this gonna turn into a Saw movie? Some psycho's gonna come and just chop him up and it's that would betray the tone.
yes,
That would betray the tone.
but it's something would have happened.
But it'd be a twist.
Tone
So,
is abstract, and
so
cannot
this is,
be accurately talked
Yeah.
about.
Go ahead.
And,
You go.
And this is also a thing with film, and this is also a thing that an internal conflict that I have with doing short form roundup
Yeah.
and talkies at all.
Yeah.
Is
Defining things.
is because film, every single film is has a unique set of language. I feel like every single film says a unique thing and says it in a way that only film can, and by describing it with words you're losing stuff in translation.
That is beautiful.
But what is that?
That is beautiful.
How helpful is that in a conversation about film?
It's philosophical. That's what it is.
Film Alchemist is all about philosophy,
Yeah.
D. How you gonna argue with that?
Because you learn something from it, right? So if I take that thing where you're saying that if we simplify the language into something that's more definable, like words, then that means that we're doing a disservice to the film itself. What does that mean for me as a filmmaker? Does that mean that I can't talk about films from now on?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that
He got you.
No,
Got
I'm
you.
saying what does it do for me as a filmmaker? That's all.
what it does for me is I watch a movie and I try to emulate those same feelings that
Oh.
I got. I try to go out and do it myself.
And you don't think defining some of those into understandable aspects helps?
I think it helps, but I think it can get so far
You too.
to where it doesn't help. Like I think that can be taken to such an
I think it
extreme,
definitely can be, yeah.
and to where it becomes
A hindrance.
bad. And
Yeah,
it
no, I would
holds you
definitely
back.
agree with that.
That's
Can't-
what my threshold for that
Yeah.
happening
Yeah.
is a lot is different than yours.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that's where our conflict lies.
Yeah.
But is there a conflict at all?
I do.
Yes.
Is there?
You seem
Yes.
to think
Is
sometimes
there,
that
though?
we're fighting. We're
Because
not fighting.
He just said conflict. He said he has a conflict with you. Now I'm gonna show
That's not what
show
that's
you
not what he said.
the third.
I have
path.
a conflict with you.
Hey,
D.
Oh, you.
you son of a
God, what the? Dang it! This is up. We weren't an explicit show, and now we are.
We just bleeped all that out. That was bleeped.
You bleep. Okay. I don't believe in censorship.
Fuck you.
you.
Guys. All right. Listen, hear me out. Listen. So this is good. Okay, this whole bit that you said about how our words do a disservice to the piece of art because the art in itself is an extremely unique piece of communication, right? That can't entirely be analyzed with our words or our own experiences, right?
Absolutely.
But that is only half of a movie. The thing that a filmmaker makes is only half of a movie. And the other half is me, the person watching the movie.
If you do a 2 + 2.
No. Any movie that I watch, I am now half of that movie. And because of that, I can synthesize and put into words what the movie has done to me. And all that we say about a film comes down to that, right? About what it has done to us as the person.
Sure.
And a film's ability to do something to multiple people well, right? That then is like a cinematic tool or trend that is effective in a broad sense, right? And therefore can be discussed, learned from, emulated, taken apart, put back together.
Yeah.
So you're both equally right.
How is it that you said something just now that I was like, what? And you said yeah too. You're a piece of art, Kenny. And I'm your audience right now, and I'm.
You're the other half of me.
Yeah,
I love that. I just feel so good right now. Right? And I want you both to know that I love you. Okay? And we can all be happy together. And review films.
I'm very happy.
I am not happy.
I'm very happy.
See, but that's it. But that's just it, because your unhappiness and his happiness, right? It's yin and yang. You see, it goes together to create one whole.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
Why do I have to be unhappy?
That's your choice.
No, but if it's yin and yang, it has to be.
Oh,
I have to be unhappy.
Like, kind of like a shot list.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
It's like a shot list.
I'm sorry. It had to be.
That sucks.
Well, for you.
Yeah, for me, it's great.
Welcome to Short Film.
Yeah, right?
What else do we have to say about this film?
I didn't like the tone.
That's a really good point.
That is a good point. Good point, Taylor.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
I liked the tone for the first third of the movie.
I like the tone throughout.
And then I had a very strong urge to check Facebook. And like, wow, is Facebook working? I should check now.
See, no, Captain Marvel, is a movie that we had just watched, and I was very bored in.
Yeah.
Right? There were parts of that I was like, wow, cool.
It was a boring movie, though.
Once all the spectacle died
off. We're all
off.
on the same page. Look at that. We all agree on something.
Once all the spectacle died off, then it just became boring because there was no emotional engagement in there. This film, for me, was emotionally engaging throughout the entire thing because I was constantly learning what this person was learning over and over.
Yeah, well, except you'd already learned it, like 3 minutes in. And that's my point, is that it
continuing to experience that is something that I really like.
It just got boring.
Yeah, well, it's the reason why.
And I was really wondering, like, when are they going to tie it to the rest of the series?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so here's something.
Like Quicksilver.
Yeah.
I thought, when are they going to show how he gets his super?
Quicksilver.
Isn't this a Quicksilver origin movie?
This one?
So let's talk about the film again.
That's that guy.
He did that
because his film is because his hair.
Yeah. He looks like Quicksilver.
It's a funny joke.
I thought it was funny. Jeez. Everyone's a critic. Wait a minute.
We are
all critics.
We're all critics.
Everyone in this room is a critic. It's void, I mean.
When we had him at the end here-ish, I started asking myself, why doesn't he get a job? And I wasn't presented with an answer. Mm-hmm. And that did.
See, I hit that point 2 minutes in, where I began asking tons of questions and getting frustrated that we weren't seeing anything new.
Where are we going with it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know why he,
in the beginning, why he was even out.
Yeah.
I felt like he should have given more, a bit more story behind leaving the dorm.
Right.
Because that did feel like really artificial. And based on what we saw, it looked like he put zero effort into finding another
From what
place.
we saw, right.
Yeah.
Exactly that, yeah.
Because when he's on his phone, he's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna move somewhere cheaper, and then I was expecting him to go
Move somewhere cheaper.
do that, but he
Right.
instantly resorts to
Right. And we never see him looking for other places to move to.
yeah.
When in fact we see him deny his mom from like, checking up on him and everything.
And I don't trust anyone who lies to his mother. So I was from that point on I was out. O-U-T.
Okay. Questions? We
It
done?
is the time where we ask questions directly to the filmmaker, Matt. And for all you film alchemists and YouTuberies, you can post your questions as well. Filmmakers are usually pretty good at getting back and answering all of them, and it's a whole lot of fun.
Tis.
Question time.
This was definitely a personal film. I'm just gonna go out and say it. This actually happened to you or someone else.
Yeah.
I can't see this film being made any other way. So, with that being said, are there other films that you've made that are not personal films? Because I'd like to see those. And if I'm wrong, then, well, that sucks.
I think in today's world, it's hard to go to college and not at least know someone who's living out of their car.
Yeah.
It's become an extremely common thing for people to manage to scrounge up the funds to go to college, but not to be able to afford
Sure.
housing.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
So dovetailing on Dee's question, then, in your pantheon of film work, is this one of your more recent pieces, or an older one of your films? And either way, I'd love to see more of your work. I think you have some definite talent. How would you describe the tone of this film, and what was your process in finding it, in choosing the pacing at which you were going to roll out each shot, and the music that you paired with the film? Those were all very conscious choices, I felt like. And
Felt very
tell
consistent.
us your story of finding the tone.
Who are your filmmaking influences?
I mean, we've already established you're just like Denis.
He's exactly
He's a
like
Denis. Denisite.
I would go so far as to say this reminds me of
Denis-esque.
So, yeah. So I would say congratulations.
Epic.
Congratulations.
Why are you congratulating me?
I like you.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
I think we're done here.
Cool.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt, for sending us your film. Thank you, Film Alchemist, for playing along. And once again, if you haven't already, come join us over at Film Alchemist on Facebook. And until next time, goodbye.